Hello, everybody, all you beautiful beings. I am here with someone who to me feels like a celebrity, even though she's really just a beautiful, glorious human sister, goddess, soul sister friend. This is Clare Dubois, and I'm going to let her tell you a bit about herself. But first, I really want to transmit this heart bursting energy that I have just being in Clare's presence, because she is more than doing her part to care for our mother, capital M, mother. And she inspires me and she inspires thousands of others. And she is the most gifted channeler in terms of bringing forward these exquisite meditations that she offers generously for the entire Tree Sisters community and beyond. I mean, meditations that will take you into an altered state, bring you closer to your own tree essence, your own groundedness, your own nature, your own non-separation from all that is living, all beings for all time. You get the idea. She's not messing around. This is her soul's journey. And I am so honored to call her a friend and sister. And what else do I want to say? I'm going to be offering a channeling for charity group, which means that I will channel messages for everybody present. And the way you get into this experience is you make a donation to Tree Sisters. I don't want your money. I want your money in the earth. I want your money in the ground. I want your money planting trees and supporting women and communities and children and families to pull themselves out of poverty and reforest our planet at the same time. Okay, so that's what we're about right now. So Clare, how's that for an introduction?
Shall I just leave the room now and you can talk to my poster?
Yes, we love her poster. Let's acknowledge the beautiful Tree Sisters banner.
That is there to stop you seeing the debris of my sitting room right now.
Yes, Clare has to be ever prepared to evacuate because of where she lives and the fires. So anyways, but that's not why the banner is there. The banner is there to connect all of us to what is possible when we align our heart with our mind, with our spirit, with our soul to be in service to the planet. So that's what Clare does. So Clare, whatever you want to say about Tree Sisters and the mission, I'm giving you, I know, a very brief period of time to do so, but please take it away and go for it.
Well, bless your heart. And please never call me a celebrity ever again. And ever, understood? So Tree Sisters is an invitation for you all to let loose your love affair for the planet into actual activity on the ground that transforms lands, ecosystems, lives of the critically poor at the coalface of climate change in the tropics, in Brazil, in the Amazon and the Atlantic rainforest, in Kenya, in Cameroon, in Mozambique, in Madagascar, in India and Nepal and West Papua. And we're just moving into Borneo as we speak to work with reforesting what is peat swamp and bringing back the orangutans. This is about understanding that how this world has lived in a patriarchal culture, in a state of dominance and separation over and with nature, is not our natural state. Our natural state is of belonging, of reciprocity, of being part of caretaking, of nurturing. You know, just hearing in the last few days that they're now saying 1 in 5 countries' ecosystems are on the verge of collapse. You know, 2/5 of the world's plants are now looking to be going extinct. You know, 4% of wildlife on this planet is actually wild. You know, 80% of our old growth forests have been stripped. Precipitation is down 50% on this planet because the forests have gone. Like as the news of the insect decline and 3 billion birds now gone in America, it's like every which way you look. Here, for me, frankly, the PTSD that I'm going through from the fires in California, and they're still going, and now Colorado is burning so badly. You look at a fire map of this part of the states and the entire country is red. It's a future that scares the crap out of me. It's a reality that is incredibly sobering. And Tree Sisters is this, like, it's this love-filled generous, hope-filled, feminine expression of love made real, where we understand that we have no idea what we're capable of. None. Because we've been duped away from what it means to be human, duped away from our nature-based intelligence, duped away from our power, and conditioned into a version of ourselves that is not what we are. We're not going to shop ourselves into extinction. We're not here to just mindlessly destroy the web of life. We're intelligent, we're loving, we're generous. And when we're together, we could do just about anything. We all know how being in deep relationship with someone is profoundly nourishing, profoundly nourishing. It's the same way with the natural world. It's the same way when you actually move into conscious relationship with the trees, with the waters, with the clouds, with the rivers, and you let yourself feel your relationship to them. When you let yourself fall back in love, when you open your heart and you care, we cannot allow for what's happening to be the runway that we're storming off the cliff on. You know, that deeper relationship nourishes nature. It strengthens nature. It lets nature know, it lets Gaia know that we're not just mindless destroyers, and we're not. So stepping into Tree Sisters is about saying yes to becoming part of the solution. Tree Sisters is not just tropical reforestation, although 80% of everything that comes into us goes straight into the ground. It's also about what's possible when we're together, what's possible when we shift our consciousness. And this is a large part of what Stephanie's brilliance is looking at consciousness and working with consciousness and working with the subtle realms and understanding that we're not alone. You can never be alone. The sky is kissing you all over in every moment. And if you just can open your mind to receive the wisdom of the sky, then you're opening your mind to the wisdom of limitless consciousness of the cosmos. There are ways of being in relationship with this world that can transcend the apparent insanity of what we've been taught it means to be human, and the way that the systems of the world are chomping their way through everything that matters that will sustain us. So Tree Sisters is that. It's your invitation into an awareness and an awakeness to the fact that your relationship with nature informs how you live with nature, and that if we can move back into relationship with ourselves, each other, and nature as sacred, then the actions and the systems that we create will reflect and strengthen that sacredness. So this is a return to the sacred. This is a return to restoration as part of our own nature. This is a return to sanity and love and care, and the understanding that when you do start to reweave the fabric of life, when you give back to her, when you hold space for her, she can recover. We can recover. So there you have it.
Ah, delicious. Okay, so who's not in for that, y'all? Who does not want to dive into that? That is what that is the invitation. And that's what, Claire's energy and her heart and spirit is what has had me be a major supporter of Tree Sisters ever since I learned about the organization a few years ago. So that is what you will be contributing to. That is what you will become a part of and a supporter of through your donation for my channeling group tomorrow. Now, we're going to speak really briefly about the channeling piece, because you can donate to Tree Sisters anytime, and please do. You can become a monthly donor like me. You can contribute in a number of ways, but this is just how I want to encourage you, to offer you. So my offering to you is you donate to support Tree Sisters and ultimately all animals, all beings, all life for all time on our planet. And I will show up and I will channel messages for you. And for those of you that are not familiar with channeling or my version of channeling, you will have an opportunity to ask to hear from the soul perspective of any being that's on the planet with you. That includes your higher self, your own soul, anyone that's on the other side. I channel animals, I channel trees, I channel Gaia, Mother Earth. We go anywhere and everywhere, and it's beautiful and powerful. And I have had the honor of sharing my channeling work with Claire. So she can vouch for me, can't you, Claire, on the integrity of the work and the clarity of the work. And you don't have to share anything personal, Claire, but if you would give a little bit of whatever you want to say with regards to what my channeling work can offer, I would love that, so people can hear it from someone other than me, the person who does it.
So first of all, Stephanie, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for being a huge donor. You must have grown such an enormous forest at this point. Stephanie has been giving and giving and giving and finding different ways of giving. And I just deeply, sincerely appreciate you for that. And I also appreciate you for modeling another way of bringing trees into your work, into the way that you bring your gifts. So a large part of Tree Sisters is around inviting us all to find ways of doing more of what we're naturally gifted at, and then embedding trees into that, so that as we're doing our income generation, we're also giving back to the planet, who is giving us everything. Because I'd like us to think about how much we have taken from the planet, like my entire home, a car outside, everything that I've ever used, worn, the planes that I've flown in, like my family, they're all made of the planet. I'm made of the planet. Everything that we need to live in order to have a life comes from the planet. When do we give back? When do we give back? When do we say, oh, thank you for everything I've taken from you. Thank you for everything I've taken for granted. Thank you for the ability to brush my teeth this morning. We don't do it. What Stephanie is offering is an opportunity for you to receive on both levels, because she is giving you the opportunity to ask those questions that you never get to ask, to levels of consciousness that you can choose. And she has that capacity. She's like a switching mechanisms between frequency bands, and she can move effortlessly between them. And she's just expressing what is there. She's not filtering it through what she thinks. She's a very, very clean channel, and that's a real gift and an ability to be with. And for that privilege of being able to be with her and receive cleanly through her, you're getting the opportunity to give back in a way that restores the planet for you and your children. People think that donating to an environmental charity is somehow taking from them, whereas the ability to give back to nature is giving to you. You're giving to yourself. So this is a win-win. This is a win-win. And also there's something very beautiful about doing it in a group, because there's a stronger energy in a group. And very often the messages that come through for you are also highly relevant to someone else. So this is also an act of generosity and of honesty and of vulnerability and of beauty. So this is only a win. And I would love to invite as many of you as possible to take Stephanie up on this remarkably generous gift that she's giving. Not just so that we can grow a forest, because wouldn't that be incredible? And not from the place of, okay, well, what's the least I can do to get the most out of Stephanie? But what's the most I can give to give the most back to Gaia and receive from Stephanie? It's like, it's the shift into generous, compassionate, heartful, soulful connection with a loving world, a living world. And that's an interesting slip, isn't it? A living world that we're losing right now. This is an opportunity for you to have something for yourself, but also to give back in a measurable way that really is tangible, super tangible. And who wouldn't want that? Who doesn't want to know that they're planting in the Amazon and reforesting forest corridors in the Atlantic rainforest, and water tables and water towers in Africa, and coastal forests in Madagascar, and rivers in India, and orangutan habitat in Borneo, and gorilla habitat in Cameroon? And, doesn't that sound amazing? Like, amazing. Like, I'm doing something real there. It's tangible, I can get up every day and know that trees are being planted in my name, because I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm giving, not just taking and taking. So thank you, Stephanie. But still, don't ever call me a celebrity ever again.
I didn't say you were a celebrity. I said I felt like you were like one. But celebrity to me is just one who holds a position of visibility and claims it, fully embodies it, fills it. And you are the best type of celebrity, because I'm not talking about anything shallow or anything fleeting. You are the vision of how I would love all of our um, picture of celebrity to be. Someone who holds the stage, who brings the truth, who does the work, and who heals the planet. That's my type of celebrity, Claire. So I'm going to call you that whenever I want to.
Well, bless you. And may I and you be an invitation for the countless out there who are also this, who are sitting on their hands, to say, please, we need you. We need all of you. We need all of you. We need everything you've got. We need your brilliance. We need your courage. We need your love. We need your vulnerability. Do not think you have to know what you're doing to have a go. You do not need to know what you're doing. I never had a clue what I was doing. And we're almost at 13 million trees. And we're campaigning right now. And we're aiming for 15 million trees by the end of the year. So this could be your contribution to that and the beginning of a new relationship with Tree Sisters. Please, please, Stefan.
Yeah. Join us. Thank you, Claire. I love you.
My pleasure. I love you too. Mwah.